The number one hack to recovering from an Achilles tendon injury quicker is by doing this. Use a physiotherapist. So I injured and ruptured my Achilles tendon just over 10.5 weeks ago, and it's a very significant injury and very scary. And to really get through this, you cannot just watch YouTube videos contrary to popular belief. So for myself, I ended up started using a physiotherapist 2 weeks after my initial surgery, and ever since I've used a physiotherapist, it has really made this process a lot easier. Because put things into perspective, right? Like you've ruptured your Achilles, now you've had a surgery or not had a surgery, so you've pretty much been in a cast for whatever time period. Then after that, you go from being in a cast to in a walking boot. Then from a walking boot, eventually you are supposed to be able to run and walk outside and not get injured ever again. Now, when you really put that in perspective, to do that alone and just watching videos and listening to different people's, I'm telling you straight up, you're going to fail and potentially end up re-rupturing your Achilles once again. I found by using a physiotherapist, and I kid you not, even though I'm spending tons of money on one, they are awesome. So my surgeon, one of the things that made her really good is that she connected me to a clinic that she refers her patients to, and before I even started using these guys, you're able to call them up and you're able to get some advice and to see on basically what the process is like. So for myself, I think one of the things I liked about using this physiotherapist team before I even used them is that they did an outline on their website. It's 416 Physio, by the way, and I'm not getting paid any money to advertise these guys. They outlined on Achilles treatments and what the process looks like. So essentially, they showed you each phase that happens during your recovery, and basically the timelines and what you look at. So for myself, it's not even just that they do a good job of outlining such things as what happens at each time period, but also general exercises that you start looking to do, and then also recommendations on what will be the steps once you pass a certain phase. So right now for myself, I've now been just over 10.5 weeks, and during these 10.5 weeks, each phase or each day, it gets somewhat easier. Now, I will say one thing too, is that with a physiotherapist as well, they give you a lot of good exercises. So you're doing it, once you start using a physiotherapist, you are doing daily exercises. So one thing I want to say too is that just because you use a physiotherapist, that's great, but if you do not do the exercises and follow them to a T, you will not progress and get back to doing what you love anytime soon. So for myself right now, I ruptured my Achilles in January of this year, and now it's just in the early months of April. And right now, just based on where things are going, I'm hoping to be back to at a full 100% doing my activities such as running, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, weight training, probably by I would say early to late fall, but I'll be also doing progressions up to that point to get there. So if I was to give you one piece of advice, your number one hack to recovering from an Achilles injury a lot sooner is use a physiotherapist. Let me know what your thoughts are on this video. I hope if you're currently recovering from an Achilles injury, it's going well. I'd love to hear about that, but yes, if you have any other questions or concerns, reach out to me. And yeah, you have a great day. We'll see you next time.